Hello, I'm OBXToyCat and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about what was probably the biggest feature at E3 this week, at least for console gamers, and that is the fact that mods from the PC will now be available on the console, on the Xbox One side of things, and later on the PS4 side of things. And this was announced with Fallout 4 at first, but this does relate to Minecraft later, which is why I'm going to be talking about that whole thing, because this is, again, something that we've never seen on console before. This is something coming first to Fallout 4, and it's going to be a really big deal, because the way it will work has been detailed more in interviews, and I figured I want to explain the whole process of how PC mods can come to console and how that whole system can work. So please do like the video if you do like it. It helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like it. And let's get straight into the video, shall we? So let's start by saying this does relate to Minecraft. That's why I wanted to talk about that whole thing. But we're going to talk about Fallout first, because the thing about modding on the PC, if you don't know what mod is, it's where you change the game files, then give those changes for other people to download and change their files in the same way. It's kind of like DLC, but made by other people, like by fans, for fans, basically. And it's a really cool concept that can do tiny things like small, new weapons for a game, to massive things like Dota is one of the biggest mods that is a game so big, it's a mod so big, that it actually turned into a game bigger than the game it's a mod of. It's crazy that stuff like that can happen, and it's the reason mods are liked by so many people. And basically, until this point, they have been a PC exclusive feature, because consoles, one of the cool things about them is they are locked down, which means that, they run a lot smoother, but it means you can't access the game files. That is going to change with this, and, the exact way it works has been revealed a little bit in interviews, because, I wondered at first, okay, so it makes sense. The reason this can work is because Fallout, if you don't know, the PC and the next-gen consoles are actually going to be running the same architecture this generation. Usually, the consoles go for an entirely different architecture to a PC, but at this point, the consoles are similar to PC in so many ways that they're going to be running very similar copies of the game. This means that with just a few changes to make something available for the console, you can actually just make a PC mod, which would also theoretically run on console. Then what they're going to do, because this is something they clearly drove for, is they're going to use their website. They said it goes through Bethesda.net. To filter through these, make sure there aren't any console inappropriate mods, and then make it a marketplace on the console where you can just go through and download all of these mods. And I think that is such a cool concept, and that is a cool concept not only because Fallout 4 in particular is going to get lots of cool modifications. If you like your mods in video games, if you like Skyrim mods, if you like any form of mod, that's a cool thing. But the idea that you'll be able to download mods on the console is so cool. So yeah, that's really cool for Fallout. If you're wondering if you're a big Fallout fan like myself, it will be coming to the Xbox One first, a little bit after launch, and then it will be coming to the PS4 at some point later. They haven't announced when, but it will be coming first to Xbox One, and that's just some form of Microsoft deal. But the fact that it's available for both next-gen consoles is really cool for this next point I want to bring up, because this could be relevant to Minecraft later down the line, and of course that's the big game they want to focus on, because when it comes to mods on the PC, there are a few things people think of. There's Dota, the fact that that game is a mod basically that's bigger than almost any other game out there right now. There's Skyrim's a big game for modding, and Minecraft's arguably the game with the most mods out there. I'd be willing to wager there's hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of separate mods for Minecraft. It's a big game when it comes to modding, and so many people are in that game just for the modding. Like, so many people haven't seen the vanilla game in so long because of all the mods, and it's a crazy good game for modding. It's got lots of modding possibilities, and that modding possibility is only going up and up. And the really interesting thing about Minecraft and when it comes to modding and this whole thing is they've promised for a long time about a modding API, an API where you can just plug in mods into the game, and they've also promised, or they've also said that they want to move to a architecture more similar to the consoles. Not architecture, sorry, but like the programming language they're using for the game, they want to use a similar one for the consoles. If you don't know, the PC version of the game is coded using Java, which is a very old programming language, which has so many flaws and drawbacks basically, and the console version is made in the more modern C hash, and basically C#, sorry. A lot of people like to call it that. But that means that as soon as Minecraft on the PC moved from Java to C#, and they put in the modding API, which I'd imagine would probably be Minecraft 2.8, maybe Minecraft 1.10, whatever they decide to do. When they decide to do that, that means that if they just do the similar agreement, which again, because Microsoft owns Mojang, they could just say, oh yeah, of course we love PC mods on console. They could make a similar thing where any mod made through the modding API, basically any mod on PC released after 1.10 or 1.11, would then be available on console using a similar system. And that is such a cool idea, because if you don't know, 4J Studios are planning a form of content pack system, which is kind of like mods for the console, but it's more, you know, their features on the console, very well made mods, but, you know, there's a very different market to that, whereas this feature, if it could come, if they do switch to C# and they C# and they do use the modding API, then it would be a really cool thing, because it'd mean any mod from the PC, you know, if Tekkit gets made in that'd be cool. If Feed the Beast gets made in that'd be cool. If Pixelmon Pixelmon, that's a license agreements, but if any mod like that would be made with this new system, then it would be available on the console. So yeah, the big restriction, because they did say there would be a couple of restrictions, is that it would have to just make sure it doesn't use other IPs, unless, you know, if it's on a Microsoft platform, then a Halo, you know, IP would be fine if Microsoft allows them to, and stuff like that. So that means as long as you don't use other games stuff, which means that's why Pixelmon's so questionable, but pretty much any other mod on the PC would be possible to the console, and this could become a regular thing on the console. This could be a game that every game picks up on, and I think it's a really exciting change for console players, because although I don't personally ever use mods, really, I think in Minecraft I've used them a few times. I'm not a big fan of mods, but I really do like the idea of one of the big PC exclusives, like one of the big features on the PC coming to console, is a good thing for console players, which I am of course one of. So I'm really excited about this, both for Fallout coming later this year, because that'll be the first game to do it, which by the way I will be playing on my channel, and for Minecraft, and when that eventually comes. But that will require a big update to the PC version, because like I said, at the moment the PC and the Xbox are entirely like kind of separate versions of the game, and that does have to change before this will be too possible. At least, you know, that's how I understand the issue is. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did like it, please do like the video and let me know. Share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. Later today, assuming today is Thursday, which I think it is, I'm recording this Wednesday night, because I'm actually going to be somewhere Thursday morning, then basically you can check a live stream link, which will be in the description. I'll be live streaming at 7 PM, like I usually do in the UK time, so that's like, I guess 11 AM on the west coast of America, and 2 PM on the east coast. Yeah, I'll be live streaming if you want to come check that out. That'd be cool. Other than that, I'm going to go eat ice cream now, because my voice is pretty sore, and I don't know if ice cream fixes that, but, you know, who's going to argue with ice cream? So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video, or the next live stream.